right, everybody. Welcome back to the Purple Podcast. This is your host, Austin. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you didn't miss us too much, us being away. But it's good to be back. It's good to be back in the booth, get back into the flow of things, back to some normalcy. So we're joining you here on a Thursday night. Griffin is back remotely. How you doing, Griff?
Hey, I'm doing well. It has been a rude awakening this week compared to what we were doing last week and a half. I don't know I guess we had the post up, so people maybe have an idea.
I think your old man might say, speak for yourself. I think he's had himself an all right week.
Hey, been a good week, boys. Been a real good week.
Are you comfortable saying why?
Absolutely, I'm comfortable. Guys, this guy's going to be retired next month at about 3 weeks, and he's retired. How about that?
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's all that true, though. I think it's more of a career change, right?
How about that?
I did put that on my resignation letter, guys. I said, hey, getting into the podcast business. So told them I'm loving every minute of this.
Yeah,
so.
Lots of money to be made, they say.
Hey.
At least that's what they say. I haven't
Absolutely. Hey, absolutely.
As long as we're involved, right?
As long as we're involved.
Absolutely,
right.
Boys.
We're rich. Hey, but we went out west and we had an amazing time. I got my Moab shirt on now. We had a nice little purple post on Sunday as well, highlighting some of those things. Riding horses, guys. Is that the
man? I had to make sure I didn't wear my Moab shirt because I knew you'd be on it.
Well, we could have all fanboyed.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah. Well, we had a great time. If you listen to our Jaws episode, you know that one was a bit of a mess in terms of audio. So, hey, I can't guarantee anything here, but we definitely put in some work behind the scenes. If you could not tell, Mike has a new mic. Called him Iced Out Mike over there.
How about that?
There he is.
Well, you can see me now with this mic, right, guys?
Yeah, we changed the positioning. We changed a few things around. So, hey, hopefully overall the production of the Purple Podcast is going up. And, hey, we're going to fail sometimes, but ideally we can fail. And
maybe most of the time, but
yeah.
The arrow points onward, right?
Right. We just keep chugging, man.
Absolutely.
Take them to the chin. But we're doing Pulp Fiction tonight. Let's get on into it. Pulp Fiction, the 1994 Quentin Tarantino cult classic. Is it even a cult classic? I mean, I think it's just a classic.
No.
Yeah, right. It's just...
I mean, I'll say this, man. I did way more research than I typically do just because, I was very fascinated after watching it. Yeah. I'll say it early, this was my first time watching Pulp Fiction, believe it or not. Yeah, so I did a little bit of looking into things, and I mean, this movie ranks all over top 100 films of all time lists. I mean, it eats those up. So,
yeah,
cult classic I think would be a pretty big stretch in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
but it is an odd. I feel like it has that kind of odd culty vibe to it.
Oh yeah, and it's what has been said in my reading, I'm sure you've come across it as well, is that it was the first independent blockbuster. So for those people that are making, a little bit of a different movie that some studios were going to shut down, it's not your big commercial movie until it was, sometimes you don't know. And I think it kind of aligns with the music scene at that time, grunge coming up, a lot of these people coming out of the 80s, didn't know what they were missing. And that's why when those new things that felt authentic and real and raw and just a little offbeat maybe really took and caught fire, there was just a great time for it altogether. I'd say, not being born in 1994, I can only speak of what I've read. But what do you say over there, Mike?
I was gonna say I can help you guys out with that. I think this was a return to movies for John Travolta, guys. This was a golden opportunity for him to get back in the swing of things. He'd been in the 80s, the Saturday Night Lives, what's the one?
Grease.
Good Lord, Mike. Grease. He was kind of falling out of movies. Then all of a sudden he's brought back into this, and everybody, we all loved him in the 80s, but he came into this one and he showed just a completely different character. And then, guys, you got Samuel L. Yeah. I mean, let's face it. I was telling Austin earlier, Samuel L., if you remember, he was in Goodfellas like in the 90s, and he came out, he was like a blip on the screen. He was Stax in the movie. Next thing you know, he gets shot and he's done. This movie, he starred in it. I'm going to kind of let the cat out of the bag. I fell in love with this character.
Oh God,
he was so impressive, guys.
Jules.
Jules, there's all the lines, and we'll talk more about that, but his lines were phenomenal in this. I really enjoyed his part of it.
Oh yeah. And a lot of the casting decisions work out really well. And you like so many of these characters. They work so well in the movie. In doing research, there's a lot of different casting stories along with it as well. John Travolta was not initially the person picked for the role per se. They actually were looking at Madsen, the guy who just passed.
Yeah.
They were looking at him, who was in Reservoir Dogs, which is Tarantino's first movie. Was. And actually, his name in that is Vic Vega. And there was talks, at least, murmurings, that there could potentially have been a Vega Brothers movie with these guys. He's supposed to be his brother in this Tarantino universe. But the casting stories are very interesting in that way. And what it did, like you said, for John Travolta, put him back on the map. I think after this, he went on to do a lot of movies that, maybe he wouldn't have. He did Face Off.
I was going to say Face Off.
With Nicolas Cage. Baby. I think there's a couple roles that Nicolas Cage was considered for in this movie as well.
No way. Oh, God. Nick Cage would have killed in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Cage would have. Oh, boy. This was so good that I think putting Nick Cage in, it would have been even better.
It would have, man.
You all know he's my guy, of course.
Well, and kind of going back to that, I was really interested, Dad, as to how into the movie you would be. I didn't know if it was a little too offbeat for you or what. Maybe do you remember the first time you would have watched it, and maybe how you felt watching it now compared to that first time?
Griffin, you know how I am, but this was a quirky movie to me back in the 90s. This was one that I'm glad this was one that we chose. It was a great choice, guys. For me, I remember this movie so much different. I just remember, I remember Bruce Willis, the scene. I wasn't crazy about him in it. And then as I watch it, I'm like, wow, he did a great job in it. I remember, there's so much I remember of this that I didn't care for, but watching it again, I really enjoyed this. But Griffin, to answer your question, back in the 90s, this was a quirky movie. Quentin Tarantino was, let's call it what it is. He was a weird cat, guys.
Oh yeah.
He was considered a very weird cat. But this movie was a success.
It was a massive success.
It was a big success.
You guys want the numbers?
Yeah, I'd love to hear them.
So like I said, this was kind of coined the first indie blockbuster, even though, it has massive actors and stars. Like Harry Keitel was huge at this point still. John Travolta had been in so many things. Bruce Willis was in Die Hard.
Did I hear you say Harry Keitel?
I did.
Oh.
That's okay.
Hey, let's not pick on the man tonight. Come on now.
Well, I thought you were going to snag him back for the old
hey, Griffin.
Sandusky bit.
Griffin, he will get me. There's no doubt.
Shit, you guys.
But Harvey Keitel, he was a huge actor.
There's big stars, but Travolta was apparently paid $140K to work in this movie. So the numbers weren't massive. I think it might have been Uma. No, it was Bruce Willis who got paid the most. He got paid $800K. But for the most part, people were not paid all too much. But the numbers here, $8 million budget. Not much. I don't even know if they make movies for $8 million budgets anymore.
Austin, the actors get $8 million.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't even think an $8 million movie exists unless you're filming on an iPhone in your hometown and your brother is your lead actor or whatever the hell.
Yeah, good point.
But the box office, $214 million on $8 million.
Wow.
It's a good investment.
This is one for me, Austin. Like, I feel like this is any movie is an art piece, right? But like, I feel like this movie is particularly an art piece to where, kind of similarly to the whole Wes Anderson thing, the way I see it, it's like, to be an actor in a movie like this with such tremendous success as an independent film, I mean, that's just like, you can't beat that. It's not even about the money at that point. Like, it's about the legacy to me, and the fact that these actors are in this movie, I'm sure they look at that as a huge legacy piece.
Oh, yeah. Well, the movie is in whatever kind of enshrinement movie hall of fame there is. It's been inducted. It's there. Of course it is. But what this movie then did for the movies to come after it paved a way. It started a new thing. Like you mentioned, Wes Anderson. It's not hard to believe that a movie like this that has a very Tarantino feel, it is the director's movie. It is very unique to him. When you're watching a Tarantino movie, it's like Wes Anderson in a way. Even in this, Tarantino's already done some of the recurring cast things with Harvey Keitel, with Roth. What's his name? Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Those two guys were both in Reservoir Dogs. Same with Steve Buscemi, who shows up very briefly in this. Do you guys know?
I didn't know that until I looked later, and I was like, "Whoa!" I
was looking at the cast, and I was like, "Steve Buscemi, what?" He's Buddy Holly at the diner. But
yeah, did you pick that up, Dad?
You know what? Now that y'all are saying that, I knew who he was, but it was a blip. It was a blip on the screen. There's Buddy Holly. It was kind of like Buddy Holly, and then wham,
Jack Rabbit Slim.
That man, what I thought, just like kind of, I thought that whole scene was so trippy in like this really weird, like dreamscape kind of way.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that was what they were going for. But like, did you guys just like kind of almost like lost sense of time? And I mean, the whole movie, you're losing sense of time and place, right? But like that scene in particular was like a wormhole or something.
Yeah. Well, there's also the part of it that, hell, what year are we in this whole thing? And then you're in that diner, and it's also like, then it's the mix up and mash up, because it is so many different kind of eras in one, this diner feel. So you don't know where the hell you are. You're smoking indoors. Were you still doing that then? Those kinds of things.
You do think that the entire movie, you're like, what year is it? What year are they trying to? You get kind of lost. You get kind of confused.
Well, even in the opening scene, Tim Roth's character, I'm looking online now. They just call him Pumpkin on here. I think. What was Jules calling him? He was calling him something. Ringo. Yeah, he kept calling him Ringo.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, no, old Ringo, he lights one up in the first scene of the movie. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that definitely did catch my eye. I was like, oh,
tons of cigarette smoke in this.
Oh yeah,
tons of cigarette smoke.
That was like rolling his own.
Tons of drugs, I would say.
Tons of drugs too.
but I mean, that was like a huge no. That was something I wanted to mention was during the movies in the 90s, they were pushing so hard for no cigarettes. They did not want that in the scenes. That was in the 70s, 80s. It was kind of dying off, but really big time in the 90s. So Tarantino brought that back.
Yeah, well, I forget who it was, but people that were offered the role, or an actor or actress, whoever it may have been, turned down the role because they thought it glorified like heroin use.
So, it was Fishburne, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
I saw that.
What role was he? Was he for the Wallace?
I want to say they wanted him as Marcellus, but I could be wrong. They might have wanted him to be freaking Jules. I could be wrong though.
Yeah. No,
I think it was Marcellus, guys.
It was Marcellus because I think Jules was supposed to be the bartender Paul for a little bit until Samuel L. Jackson came back and re-auditioned for the role. Oh, man.
And guys,
oh, God.
Something we haven't mentioned yet, but Ving Rhames is that's the Arby's guys, I like to say all the time. He is huge character in this.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, just loved him in it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved his character in this.
Well, I'll say that. Well, kind of circling back that, and not to distract too much, but before we watched this movie, we were chatting just a bit, and you were like, "Yeah, man, I hated Bruce Willis's character in this. He was such a little
well, you
bitch."
know your dad, he always
said.
has something to say. He doesn't even know what he likes sometimes.
Well, he was making fun of him, saying he was like this weakling or something. I was like, I kind of thought he was a badass.
Well, he literally beat a man to death with his hands.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Griffin, I'm telling you, ask at the beginning of this, hey, what do you remember from this movie? This was a movie that I watched. It was one of them that we rented. Yeah. We rented the movie. I watched it. I'm dozing off. I mean, honestly, if I wouldn't have watched the movie, I thought Bruce Willis got the hell beat out of him. And I did not, you know the character when you see Travolta get shot, I thought that was Bruce Willis. That's how much attention I paid back in the 90s to this one. This was, as Austin Powers would say, this wasn't my bag, baby. This wasn't my bag. But I'm telling you, guys, I really appreciate you all getting me to watch it. I enjoyed it. I really did. Bruce Willis, let me say this for the record. He was a badass in this one. He really was a badass. It surprised me because I remember a completely different character, guys.
It's a very entertaining movie. It is. It is gripping.
I'm telling you, just Jules' character, his lines, this Ezekiel, what's it, 27 or 25:17,
which isn't actually the correct verse, or it's not like a real verse, apparently.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But oh my gosh, there's so many good lines from this movie.
Yeah, I think that's something that we have to hit on.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue is Tarantino and it kicks ass. Like, movies tried to do this. There's something that I guess it was him who started it. How influential this movie is cannot be understated. People started using pop culture references like TV. TV shows, they mention it all the time. They refer to characters. They talk about Fonzie, when he's telling that bitch to be cool.
That was good. Hey,
cool.
So we're going to be like Fonzie.
Be cool.
Hey,
yeah.
I mean, anybody my age knew exactly what he was meaning.
Oh, yeah.
That. Be like Fonzie. And then she had cool. Yeah, we're like,
I like that. Yeah, he said, what's he like? I did like that.
Cool.
That was cool.
Oh, he had control of that situation. That was great.
The other character that Harvey was just, man, the wolf. My old boss.
Call me Winston.
Yeah, my old boss he loved this movie, and he always would say, the wolf. He would always say, hey, we need to call in the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always our ongoing joke at work when things were tough or things weren't going well. Hey, we'd look at each other. It's time to call in the wolf. So
you got to put a body away.
Well, maybe once or twice, who knows? But man, you're exactly right with the dialogue. I'll just tell you all the truth. I was out like playing some music or something. I think it was still like probably 11:30 or something that night. I got home and I stayed up till like 2:30 watching this movie, and I just could not look away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just pulled me in, and a big part of that, Austin, was the dialogue.
Of course.
Like, so many times you kind of just felt like you were listening to it was so
You're a fly on the wall. Yeah.
Oh, fly on the wall. Whole, and it's like, damn, that's like really nuanced. Like, you get to thinking, could that even be scripted, or are these dudes just talking and having fun? Like, it just made it so believable and so gripping, like you said. I mean, it really, that's like the mark of just something great to me, is when you just find yourself like, damn, like, I don't even know how they came up with that, man. Like, you can just tell when something has that special magic, and that magic is all over this movie.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Tarantino he's at the height of what movie making is, and screenplay writing, directing. So,
and guys, the soundtrack. Austin said it a million times. Got the soundtrack. Oh my!
Yeah.
Did and I got my cheat sheet here. Something I was looking
keep your
at.
Glasses on too.
Hey, Griff, something that did you catch? The one song that I love. It's not even. It's okay. We can call it. It's a musical. It's just the music of it. That they don't say a word in the song. You remember the song Rumble?
Oh yeah, I did think that was playing at one point. Actually,
Griffin, on my list, they do not have Rumble on there, and I've checked 3-4 times just to make sure, because I know you two would call me out. I think his name is Link Ray with a WRAY.
Oh, yeah.
And I looked it up, and he that song is in Pulp Fiction, but they don't show it on the list. But that kind of did it for me. That got me going. I think that Rumble song, that song.
I don't know the song you're even talking about.
The song Rumble was actually banned, and they never sang a word, guys, because it rocked so hard that kids were. It pushed every button that adults at the time were like, this isn't right. This is not good. This is, let me just say it. This is sexual. And that's that's the way they use it in this movie, which again, give Quentin give him some credit there, because his music, I mean, he's got Al Green, he's got Kool and the Gang, he's got Dusty Springfield. I mean, the music just goes on and on. Every time you're going, wow, that kind of fits that scene.
What are your one boys too, Austin? Urge Overkill?
Yeah, and I think it's Urge Overkill. That song.
I did see that.
Oh my God, that song rocks when she goes back and gets that
was
thing
a great
playing.
scene. That was great.
And what about I mean, Uma Thurman and Travolta dancing they're doing they're calling it the twist. You know that Quentin wanted them to do weird things with their hand, like they were pecking at each other. I mean,
he did that.
Yeah, and then Travolta. I mean,
we got to touch on this here, and it would be bad if we didn't. This movie pulls from tons of different movies. So Tarantino is working in a video store for 5 years. Okay,
there you go.
With Roger Alvey, who's his friend, and he actually ended up going to jail because he killed someone in like a manslaughter, like drunk driving thing.
Hey, Oz.
Just recently.
We don't need another story like, what was your one guy in Austin Powers?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he do the same damn thing, Dad?
Good, he's kind of a buzzkill. I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm about. Hey guys, I'm about half cocked. I'm ready to roll.
Speaking of drinks, you got something on you, Oz?
What do you got tonight, Oz?
Oh, another red blend.
Let's see it.
I'm trying to finish off those red blends that I got from Costco from the housewarming party. But hey guys, everyone at home,
Oz, did you bring anything?
So Austin's not even bringing out the good bottles for the podcast. What's that say, man? He's drinking Costco Red Blend.
Griffin,
I got to finish it off, man.
Griffin, I saw him buying wine in where was that? Was that Utah?
Mm-hmm.
Utah.
No, it was in Colorado.
I'm sorry, that was still Colorado. Yeah. So, hey,
Palisade.
Griffin, I know the young man will spend some money because I saw what he was shucking up for those. So.
Maybe if you assholes would join me, I'd pour something nice. If it doesn't just me here.
Man. Well, shit, if you invited me to your house once in a while, maybe I'd show up.
Well, it doesn't seem
we
like
could do it.
All right, so where were we at, fellas? Where was I going before I got?
You were talking.
I talked about okay. Tarantino worked at this movie store, right? So the guy was just a nerd watching a ton of fucking movies.
He was just
what is he? He's just a nerd watching a ton of movies and loved movies that much. There's all kinds of references in here. That dance is a reference. There's like a Batman reference in it with this, like the TV show. So there's all kinds of references. A lot of people, and some people don't like it. Some people say it's like a stolen kind of movie in some ways. But what I guess lean towards and what I've kind of heard is it's just, it's an appreciation of it. And it's kind of refocusing it in a way. And I mean, is the movie good or is the movie not good? What's your opinion?
The movie's really good.
The movie fucking rocks.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and speaking of that scene, obviously it's iconic. I mean, I thought the chemistry between Travolta, Uma Thurman, I mean, I thought it was palpable. I mean, it was sweet. And honestly, I think that old Vincent Vega, man, that character, I think he's pretty damn cool himself. Just like, kind of in control, doing the whole thing. But I don't know, there were just so many moments where it really played again with that space and time. Like, they show up to this weird, like, just like, you can't even believe it's a real place, for one thing. She calls him like Daddy-O. If you remember that, I'm like, what is happening?
He calls him Cowboy too. Like, there's all kinds of pet names in this movie, aren't there? Like, that's
there are.
Even that scene with Bruce Willis, talking to Fabian, he goes through
he called her
5 different
everything.
names. His Portuguese Pop-Tart. I made that one up, but yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of names that he calls her in this. Hey,
what were some of the names he used? I don't even remember.
What were they? It's like Sugar Plum. Like, there's all kinds of shit.
I was thinking like shortcake. I mean, there was
honey cakes. Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff that they called each other, and she called him stuff. And oh man, hey guys, let's do this. I'm going to go over a couple things that were going on in 1994. And then we're going to hop into our categories. How's that sound?
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Let's do it, guys.
All right. So at the box office, guys, these are movies. This is a movie podcast for the most part.
Okay.
Pulp Fiction sitting at number 1, correct? I don't know The Specialist. Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
The Specialist was with, I think that was Stallone.
Let's see here. I can give you it real quick. Sharon Stone and Sylvester Stallone. How about that?
Pulled one out.
You know what came out on the same day, apparently? I've heard conflicting things, and the notes in front of my face tell me differently. But Shawshank came out on the same exact day.
Shawshank did not do well in the theater.
It did not, because of this movie. I mean, $218 million went towards Pulp Fiction.
That's crazy.
But Shawshank obviously went on an incredible run. You know what also came out this year? Forrest Gump.
Oh, God.
Think about
what a powerhouse year,
Think
man.
about the Oscars that year. You know what also came out that same day? The Little Giants.
What? The Little Giant?
The Little Giants.
Okay.
With
oh my God.
What's his name?
With Al Bundy?
No, he disappeared. He was in Spaceballs.
Rick Moranis.
Mick Moranis.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, and he
Rick
was the
Moranis.
coach of that team, and they play against. It's a little league football team, and they play against the Cowboys. And
I was thinking they were playing against Al Bundy's team. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's okay. Those are our box office, but like I said, some heavy hitters that year.
Wow,
tough competition. If Shawshank's getting outsold at the box office, and not a success initially, that tells you all you need to know.
Austin, a lot of that, by the way, it was the name. No one knew what the hell Shawshank was.
You think?
That was one of the big problems back in the 90s with that movie was no one knew what the hell it was. Then when it got on, when it was, you were able to rent it, everybody went crazy. Yeah. It was like the word of mouth went. Everybody wanted to see that movie because I remember doing it.
Just real quick, I think we got to give him another chance here, Austin.
Oh no,
sure.
Dad, do you have a Mike's moment in time?
What was happening in '94, Mike?
What was going on?
Oh gosh, '94. You all put me on the spot again. In '94, for me personally, I was a year back from North Carolina, guys. I had just moved back.
Okay.
And I was, the 90s were kind of weird. Griffin, I met your mom about that time. To be honest with you, that was, mom was about 94, 95 is when I met your mom. So very, very,
How I Met Your Mother.
Hey, How I Met Your Mother. So no, I really don't. I'm kind of bumbling here. I really don't have much. You all got me again. Yeah. Austin, do you have any other facts for 94?
I got other facts for 94. We'll go ahead and hop to that portion.
Maybe something.
I'll hop to that portion, and then we'll get back to our box office here. So some big things here in terms of the entertainment industry. Kurt Cobain. Here comes Buzzkill Austin with some bad news again.
Guys, the 90s were grunge.
Kurt Cobain kills himself in 94.
Ooh.
O.J. Simpson kills his wife in 94.
Oh.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg wins his first directing Oscar for Schindler's List, a really, really sad movie.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Woodstock 94. Let's see what else is happening in this year.
And guys, just so Austin said it, that OJ, that went on and on. That was like an everyday deal on TV. I mean, it pushed the envelope. I mean, there were people upset with one another, just like Austin said he did. It never was proven that he did it, but there were people that were extremely upset.
What would Norm Macdonald say?
If the glove fits.
You know what? What you do is you put a lot of water on your hand before you go in and you put that glove on. It takes a whole lot to get that on your hand, by the way.
Yeah. Some other things. There was no World Series because of the players' strike.
Yeah.
Another sad thing.
Guys, give me some credit here. 94 was a really weird year. I mean, that was bad.
Like Austin mentioned, Dad, did you actually feel that cultural shift? Like, I hear about, obviously I love music and I'm a huge grunge music fan. Could you feel that shift from kind of the excess of the 80s going into that more real,
Griffin,
subdued kind of thing?
Griffin, guys like me that how much I like funk music, that I hated it. It was like back in the 70s, the disco. We were like, I like disco. I thought disco music was awesome, by the way. But the grunge, I didn't get it. The kids were it was almost like these kids are trying to be like dirty kids. They didn't look the part. They didn't bathe. They didn't clean. We did not care for it. You know how I am. I'm not telling you anything you don't know.
Yeah. Hair bands and cocaine.
Again, guys, just like this movie, some of that I enjoy now. It just takes a while to digest it.
This movie doesn't have like grunge music in it.
No, this movie's got great music.
Yeah. Couple other things. Venus Williams started this year. That was the beginning of her career at 14 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty big one there. Friends debuts on NBC. So another massive pop culture thing. Billboards. Wow. Billboards I wasn't in love with, to be honest. I'll Make Love to You, Boys to Men was sitting at first. All I Want to Do, Sheryl Crow. That's a massive one, of course.
That song was great. All I Want to Do.
That was all over the place.
Have some fun.
Endless Love, Luther Vandross and Mariah Carey.
Say that again, Austin.
Did I say his name wrong?
Endless Love.
That's his guy, Austin.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Luther.
My dude.
All right.
Very good, Austin.
When Can I See You, Babyface? Never Lie, Immature. That's these fucking names. There's some John Mellencamp song, but it sounded like ass when I listened to it earlier. Wild Night.
Got him.
All right. Well, let's get into our categories,
fellas.
Do it. Let's do it. We're probably a little late to that, so we'll get moving. Let's do our favorite scenes. I'm going to start with Michael.
Mikey.
Guys, I love the dance scene. Let me say this, guys. Mm-hmm. Again, I put very little in the 90s when I watched this movie. It was not my favorite by any means. I was not an Uma Thurman fan. Boo. I agree.
Why is that?
I did not find her attractive at all. I'm going to tell you this, watching it again, I said this to Austin when I got over here this evening. Man, I think she's really cute in this movie. I don't know where my head was back in the 90s.
Amazing acting.
Maybe I was worried about OJ. I don't know. It was just a weird time, guys. But I love the dance scene. I love the scene with Samuel L. when he comes in and he does his whole speech. I thought
Which time, though? He says the speech a few times. Which one?
He does it like 3 times. I like it in the beginning.
Oh, that beginning scene.
Beginning scene. And then when he turns around and just, boom, just caps somebody. I was like,
smokes.
Oh, man. And I don't want to steal scenes for you all and go over, but the dance scene, guys, was my favorite. I love Travolta. Guys, when you watch it, Travolta is so friggin' cool. I mean, he's so cool. But Uma Thurman, she holds her end up. I mean, do you agree?
Yeah. Of course she does.
Oh my gosh. I thought she looked cute. I thought her dancing I thought she did a fantastic job. John Travolta was everybody. They couldn't wait to see this man dance.
Yeah, this scene
it was awesome.
This scene's phenomenal. If you didn't pick it, it was my favorite scene, but I will talk about some more.
Yeah, please.
But in this scene, we've talked about Tarantino's dialogue, but what each of these actors did to deliver the dialogue too has to be appreciated and noted. John Travolta got nominated for a lead actor Oscar. Uma Thurman got nominated for an Oscar in this. They put on believable performances and they're incredibly entertaining. In this scene, John Travolta's high on heroin and he's having a good time. You can feel his buzz yourself. He's walking around, those eyes a little low. And then Uma Thurman goes to the bathroom. God damn.
Oh, God.
God damn. I said, God damn. It's just,
here he is.
Great.
There's Steve.
And he rolls a cigarette. How about you roll one of those for me, cowboy?
I'm jealous. I wish I were watching it with y'all right now.
That's the scene we're at right now. There's old Steve.
But Stevie.
I didn't even recognize him. I didn't until you all said that earlier. And now I'm like, oh my God, that is him. Because I thought I knew who he was. There's so many characters in this movie that you go, who is that? I know him. And then they're gone.
Well, and just kind of touching on it too, Austin, I feel like the whole mystique, there's such a build-up to the scene of Vincent Vega and Mia even meeting. Mm-hmm. We have these little moments where he's saying, hey, I'm taking the boss's wife out. I'm just going to show her a good time. And, old Jules is looking at him like, okay, I see you. Paul's looking at him like, oh, okay.
The boss that is said to have thrown another little henchman out of a window, a 4-story window.
He was rubbing her feet.
Over a foot massage.
And again, that whole conversation, even I thought of what was so funny when Vega and Jules were talking about that foot rub and how it was wrong or not wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I found that so interesting.
Oh, my God.
Because, I forget how he said it, but Travolta's character goes, well, the thing is, man, there's something deeper there and, all of that stuff. And then I, in my head, was going, that was a good point. And then Jules goes, that's an interesting point.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not saying it was right. I'm just saying... it's like,
guys, don't.
It was so good.
The movies back in the 50s used to have the color was so brilliant, In this movie, you notice it like this scene with the cars. Is it me or is like their eyes just pop in these scenes? I think he does a great job with it.
Did you read where Tarantino actually shot this film on a certain kind of? He shot it on a certain kind of film that actually has a more lustrous look.
Yeah,
I think my dad just called that one.
And Griffin, I'm going to tell you something. I did not do any research on that. I thought it the whole time because the greens are so green. This thing's so cool with the cars. I thought that was really unique. The cars too, like Griffin said, you go back in time,
like a wax museum with a pulse.
Yeah, what a great line. There are just so many.
It's a $5 shake. This hamburger is so great, and they talk about a damn hamburger and a milkshake.
But you're invested, aren't you? You're like, what is?
I'm sitting there going, God, why do I give a shit that they're talking about a milkshake? But
let me try that.
Let me try that.
Austin, I want that damn milkshake.
That's a good shake. I don't know if it's worth $5. That's a damn good shake.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? But again, let's face it. He's a little
hilarious.
My whole point was, though, you're seeing like this. He goes to the house. Mia has a note on the door. Like the tension, let's just call it what it is. The sexual tension is built from the very beginning. She's like eyeing him through this little camera. Make yourself a drink. Comes down and. She's doing all these like cat-like movements and stuff. The dancing.
You say cat-like?
He's following her. Yeah, I did say cat-like.
She said
he's doing the whole little movement like that. It's like it's good, man.
And she says, "I'll be down in 2 lion tail shakes," or whatever the hell she says.
I mean,
cat.
The whole thing was so good, and like you said, Ost. I mean. Of course, in the back of Travolta's mind, he's going, "Holy shit, this guy got thrown out of a window for rubbing feet. This girl's wanting me to dance with her." And of course, he brings it up to her.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm going, damn, she's like this, just minxy, like pulling these tricks. She knows she wields this power. And it's crazy.
Well, the fact they're even at the diner to begin with.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You're going to take me out. I mean, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it.
And she says she wants to win. That's
well. There's where it starts really, and really hits is that scene where they're not saying anything, or she has that line about them being silent.
Talk about a great movie moment, Austin. I mean, how like just affixed were you to the screen?
She's sucking on this cherry.
Guys, you all know how old she was in this movie.
Well, maybe I don't want to know.
Not.
She's 24 years old.
Wow.
That's youthful.
She does. She's good. I mean, she is.
The thing is, she does fantastically. But like Austin said, is there bad acting in this movie?
Yes.
Oh, Griffin, you set him up. Put it on a tee for him. Go ahead, Austin.
There you go.
Where was the bad acting? Get me.
When the director stepped on screen.
Oh, shit. A director stepped on screen?
Tarantino's in the movie. I got over here and I said, "Hey,
Jimmy."
I said,
Jimmy
Tarantino didn't do too bad. Austin just raked my ass over the coals about it. He's like,
it was
terrible.
It was pretty widely accepted. They said, "Don't ever do that again, Quentin."
Guys, but you know what? That was him. And that's what I told Austin.
It was.
He's a goofball. As Austin said, he's a kind of a nerd.
I think it worked for me, Austin, because it's like there's this crazy scene, and I'll move forward here. We've gotten so deep into it, I think we're eating it up. But man, I'm gonna say my favorite scene is actually when the wolf comes in and settles the deal, because I just loved how kind of meticulous he was, how he knew everything he wanted to say. He had done it before. He was in charge, and I loved how at the end Jules was like, "Damn, that guy's cool. God, he was so cool." He just loved it, but I thought that was great. The reason it worked for me, Austin, Tarantino's acting is, I mean, they blow this guy's head off while they're in the car with him, driving on the street.
Yeah.
Just this crazy situation. Jules goes, "I got a guy." And I was just thinking the whole time, I was like, oh shit, like he just has this goofball. I don't know how he knows him, but that's how it worked for me, the whole Tarantino acting. But
it doesn't destroy the movie, but if someone's gonna say, "Hey, you can hold that part," that's the part, especially with some of the choice words that Tarantino set up for himself to say.
Yeah, now that was a little bit of a damn, man. And the worst part to me is you're going, shit, you wrote that, dude. He wrote that part for him.
Yeah, the two
himself.
Well, there was a part that he wanted to play. It was Lance. It was Lance, drug dealer. The drug dealer. He wrote that part, but they said that he wanted to be behind the screen or behind the camera for that scene, particularly when they're doing the adrenaline shot to the heart.
Well, and what a freaking iconic scene.
Well, we didn't even get to that because you're having this kind of fun story and date that they're both on, and how quickly it turns into just like a, oh, well, dude, I mean, hell, we thought he was gonna shag her, baby, rotten, you know?
Well, how tense were you guys during that scene, for one thing? And I know you were, Dad. I know you're not a big fan of needles. You know, when they're just on the floor and they're going, dude, you got to stab it through her heart.
Eric Stoltz, that just the look on his face was priceless. That guy, you know what? I mean, that guy always played the straight lace, and he pulled this off. That guy, Stoltz, did a nice job.
I thought he seemed like he seemed like a dealer to me.
He did.
He sure did.
Heck, we saw that guy in Colorado, didn't we?
I love the pep talk that John Travolta's given himself in the bathroom once he's gotten back to the house. Because obviously, what everyone thinks is going to happen throughout this entire scene, if you haven't seen it, if this is your first viewing, you're like, oh God, he's gonna bag his boss's babe, you know? Yeah. And he's gonna be in deep shit.
Yeah.
That's where you think it goes.
Yep.
Not quite. He's in there. What you gonna do? You're gonna have one drink. You're going to be polite. You're going to drink it fast, though. You're going to go home, and you're going to beat off.
Yeah. I love that. I was like, God, that's great. But again, that was another just like kind of pulled you into the reality of it. But
what's good about that, too, is when he decides to come back and you're closed up on Uma Thurman's face, and she's ODing with the bloody nose. You hear him say, I got to go home. He didn't come out and have that drink. He said, you know what? I got to go home. I got to get out of here. And he's like, oh, shit. Because she's on the ground. But what a tense scene. God. So that your favorite is the wolf, G? That's what you're going with?
My favorite is the wolf. And again, it's just Harvey Keitel commanding. And, you know, it's that whole just, I don't know. It's like this casual affair. They're all there drinking coffee, talking about how good it is. Mm-hmm. And then there's a guy with his head blown off in the car, blood's everywhere.
Yeah, brain.
And, you know, skull. And the wolf's looking, he's like, all right, boys, you got to clean this up. This is what we're going to do. Let's get it done. All right, good. You cleaned it. Need you to take all those clothes off. I'm going to hose you down right here. You know, it just, I don't know. It
strips them down and sprays them off.
Where does he take the phone call at? Is he at a wedding or is he at a funeral? I can't remember.
I was wondering, I didn't pay attention,
but he was at some kind of event that it seemed like it was important for him to be at, and he's over there. Okay, what's their name? Taking his notes. You know, he's in a professional.
It's 30 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
9 and 45 seconds later.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I mean, great shit.
Just an epic scene, but that's my scene, Oz. There are a million I'm sure you could go through, man.
What I noticed in this movie is a lot of the scenes are they're like big scenes, and you can group them together because it even breaks them up in the movie. It kind of breaks the wall a bit. But the intro scene with you meeting Jules and Vince, awesome. That's where you're just like immediately grabbed. Well, I guess even Bunny and fucking Pumpkin, you know, Honey Bunny and Pumpkin, the shit that they're talking about. And then, all right, this is a fucking holdup.
Well, what did you think? What did you think of just the attitude change that happened in that scene? You know, I thought that was like really kind of crazy. How all of a sudden, what's up?
Well, I'm just saying what they're saying. Yeah, they're just talking about.
Oh yeah. And then she's like, let's do it right now. Let's do it. And it's like, oh shit, what's happening?
The personality just flipped. It went off the rails.
Yeah.
And then again, in the basically the latter part of the movie to the end, you see what really happened when our boy Jules gets involved.
Yeah.
That's a great scene.
That's a massive part about this movie too, is just the chronological order of things.
Yes.
It doesn't go in that order. It jumps around in the timeline. So, you know, if you think about it, that did not happen right then. That's not the first thing that happens in this movie. The first thing that happens is when we jump to Jules and Vince. And then the end of it is actually when Bruce Willis is driving off in the chopper. So like it jumps around through different ways. So scenes, that intro is great. Like I said, the foot massage, just dialogue is great. I have that noted as well. And Quentin Tarantino is known for being a foot guy. So sorry to say that.
I could have done without that info as well.
Well, no, you can't, because it's a thing. Tarantino's a foot guy. You see Uma Thurman walking around barefoot at some point. The cab driver, it closes up on her pedal, and she's barefoot driving a car. So this is, the implications are a little too obvious. I don't think you can avoid that one, fellas. Foot guy.
Right, Q.
So foot massage. Yeah, he's thought about this, hasn't he? I got my shit down right. I don't tickle or nothing. He's thought about this shit. But a great scene. And then when he's talking to fucking Brett, the doofus is in there, and the whole thing, an act of him grabbing the Big Kahuna burger. What burger you got there? Where'd you go? Big Kahuna? Oh, that's a Hawaiian place. Mind if I try? It's just fucking great. He's like, that is a tasty burger. You mind if I have some of your delicious Sprite to wash down my burger?
Yeah.
And
sucks it down.
God, it's so
it
crazy,
is fucking great. And Vince is doing whatever the fuck in the back, obviously not doing his job, finding out there's another guy there. I'm not hungry. Whatever the fuck he does.
Well, dude, what about we could just rabbit hole forever. What about the freaking briefcase? What the hell? I mean, that has to be a huge thing. What the hell's in the briefcase, man?
Did you watch anything on it?
I did not.
Guys, it looks like bars of gold is what I thought it was. Guys, the scene, and we can go back to the bars of gold, but there was something that it blew my mind. Again, I told you all, I half-ass watched this in the 90s, but the scene where Travolta is talking to Jules, and I think is his name Marvin. Marvin's in the back, and he's got his gun pointed in the back. And Griff, I know weapons, and I went, dude, get your hand off the trigger.
Yeah.
And right about that time, because I was like, that's not gun safety. And boom, and you see Marvin, it's everywhere. It's like, oh my God. And he looks right at Jules and he says, hey, you hit a bump or something to that effect. I went, oh no. It's
like I shot Marvin in the face.
I shot Marvin in the face. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't mean to.
That was.
Oh my God, that was great.
Marvin had done nothing wrong.
John Travolta's delivery as his character, Vince, is just awesome. There's something about the guy, and he has these principles too. It's like towards the end of the movie, he starts getting kind of like bugged by it, and he even says the line to Samuel L. Jackson, like, "Hey man, like I can only take this abuse so long," because he had asked for please, and he had heard "don't wash the rags" a certain fucking way. Mm-hmm. So he has some kind of weird principles about being like bossed around. And
well, dude, do you think what was weird to me? Like, I kind of had this thought because obviously there's the miracle scene, and I thought that was really interesting too. Just how like kind of moved by it Jules was. Mm-hmm. He's like, dude, we just witnessed a miracle, and it literally inspires the man to, for what we know, change his life.
Hang up the
completely.
Cleats.
Hang up the cleats.
Yeah.
And obviously our man Vincent Vega did not hang up the cleats. What happens to him?
Yeah.
The next day.
He gets silenced.
Butch gets him, doesn't he?
He gets silenced.
Butch got him.
He's taking a shit. That's a recurring theme in here. He's always taking shits at inopportune moments. He goes to the shitter. Uma Thurman snorts his heroin. He's going to the shitter. The restaurant gets held up by Ringo and Honey Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking a shit. Game over.
Austin, tell me this.
Yeah.
When we first see Jules in Vega in that bar in the street clothes, I can't remember. At the end of the scene, is Jules talking to Paul and saying, hey, man, I need to talk to our guy. I need to talk to old Wallace here, Marcellus. Does he say something like that? Because like later on in the movie, I was like, oh shit, was that him telling Marcellus I'm done?
Well, that happens chronologically after the holdup.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. He had to have been, and that's where what's kind of odd, because that's how we end the movie. That's where John Travolta runs into Butch, and
Yeah,
John Travolta
exactly.
mentions that someone keys his car. I think it's implied that it's supposed to be Butch who keys his car after, like right after that. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because there was some kind of weird stare between the two, and that sets up obviously what we end up having.
I missed that dialogue. Like, I don't know what happened, like you said, but basically it was just Vega being like, "Hey, dude, I'll kick your ass right now," or whatever it was.
Well, he calls him like a name for someone who throws a fight as a boxer, like a palooka or whatever the hell he calls him. So I don't know why he has a bone to pick, like right off the rip, but he does for whatever reason. But let's continue on our scenes. I think we've pretty much touched on everything. We got the intro.
What about Butch and Ving Rhames? Their scene. Did you all?
Oh, God.
I mean, that was.
I didn't know if we were going to go into that.
Well,
I think
I didn't know if what you. I mean, that was. Woo! That was a cool scene where and I'll jump ahead.
You better be careful with what you say next.
No, I'm not going there. Where Butch, he gets free. Butch goes upstairs, and then Butch, he's the story. I gotta say, the story about him about hiding his dad, his grandfather hiding a watch up his ass. That's so stupid. Well,
let me do this. Let me do this before you get too far into it. You know what my favorite line of the movie is?
Hopefully it wasn't about I had a watch up my ass.
Well, I think it is. Mike, God damn it, it's not loading for me.
God.
So he says, here we go.
Got Christopher Walken in there as well.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the same actor, and he's the same in every movie.
Here we go. He'd be damned if any slope's going to put their greasy yellow hands on his boy's birthright. So he hit it. And the only place he knew he could hide something, his ass. And you hear all these stories of how many asses it's been in too, because it's like a generational hiding of this watch. And
didn't he get? He got like, was it septic or something from having that up his ass and died?
It could have been from that. It could have been from anything else. But
God. But the scene I was talking about is where Butch gets free and he has the choice. He grabs a hammer. He grabs a bat. Then he grabs that used chainsaw. I thought that was funny. And he grabs the sword and he smiles from ear to ear and then walks down and proceeds to take care of business with that sword.
It's a samurai sword.
Samurai sword to help out more.
And obviously what immediately kind of drew me there was Kill Bill, which is a samurai movie.
I didn't think about that.
Good call.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that whole scene's, obviously that's a pretty intense scene.
Yes, sir.
And I think they definitely play into the intensity, but I think it's so quirky. Like when they have the GIMP and all that stuff come out, you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It's so weird. So, I think that kind of downplays how like really messed up that is, that whole scene.
Nah, I'm not okay.
Yeah, no, I thought
we're gonna go.
I thought it was
on
great.
Your ass.
Well, talk about a great line, but I thought where you were going with that, Dad, is Butch gets up there like, holy shit, I'm free. Mm-hmm. And then you see the look on his face. It's like, shit, I can't leave him like that.
Absolutely.
And, say it. Maybe it's a man-to-man thing. Maybe it's hey, man, if I get him out of this, maybe I don't have to run so hard.
You know what? Maybe I don't have to look over my back or look.
Yeah, because
I think.
Obviously, he gets rid of those dudes. Lets Marcellus get the big money shot right in the dude's crotch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then I loved when he's looking at him. He goes, "So, we cool?"
Yeah. That was a really. Guys, there's so many good scenes. We could beat. This is a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, 2.5.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna get us moving along here, but I do like how he does that, and I have the theme of like respect and just kind of that sense. That's what he kind of came back for, because he knew he did him wrong, but he's gonna save the guy out of some kind of allegiance / respect, whatever it may be.
Gosh, man.
But we have, what else do we have? I guess when Butch goes back to his apartment, I really like Fabian. I love like her dialogue. I love.
Oh yeah,
she's just so
you
cute.
love her
and
accent, Austin. Come on.
Yeah, of course. Blueberry pancakes or blueberry pie.
Blueberry pancakes.
Yeah, I went to Potbelly. Oh, it's
she had a real cute way
good.
about her.
And actually, you know what? My favorite line is, "Whose motorcycle is this?" It's a chopper, baby. Whose chopper is this? It's
Zed's.
Who's Zed?
Or Zed. I'm sorry, Zed.
Zed's dead, baby.
Zed's dead.
I love that you go, Zed's dead, baby.
Well, he'd already corrected her too, because she's like, "Where'd you get the motorcycle?" It's a chopper. It's just funny how she says it. I fucking love it. She does really good at it.
Oh God. Well, man, I was about to say, I'm glad we got to give Butch some talk time here, because obviously you can get dragged into Samuel L. and Travolta's characters so easily because they're so amazing. But I mean, shit, I think Bruce Willis did a hell of a job in the movie. And
oh yeah,
I mean, I really liked his character. Even the scene where he's screaming at Fabian, and then like you see that kind of just almost instant turn where he's like, shit, like I didn't even tell her. I went to, it was so real, just like that snap out, and then that like, oh my God, what did I just do?
But
that was totally crazy.
What's he do right after that? God fucking damn it! The one thing she forgets! I told her it's right there! I said her, say to me!
Yeah,
Don't
he's
forget
screaming
the
in
watch!
the car.
God fucking...
Hey, we've all had that happen to us where you try to keep it together and you're like, oh honey, it's okay, but then you get in the car and you lose your shit.
Yeah.
We've all done.
You been there? You been there before?
Yeah, you've seen Dad do it 3 or 4 times. What are you talking about?
Oh
yeah.
But then of course the end, the hold up, and I was going to ask you, what is the purpose of this movie? What's it saying? Is it this kind of, is it like God based? Is it like universe and trusting what happens?
Let's say,
because Vince dies and Samuel, is presumed to go on because he chooses to leave this life of
Well, first question is this: when you were looking up theories on the briefcase, what did you find?
Someone said the Holy Grail. Someone said what they robbed from Reservoir Dogs, gold bars, various other items. But yeah, I think it's more so just it's a device. I think it's just known that they needed it and it was important. I think that's really what it came down to. And you're supposed to think whatever the fuck you want.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, in terms of bigger themes, yeah, who does know? I mean, obviously there is the kind of religious subtext of the Bible verses and the kind of mercy that is shown in that scene. And I mean, my God, the acting just off the freaking charts, I thought. I mean, that just like the emotion pulled into it, the cool, the calm, the hey, we're going to do this however I want to do it right now. Damn, it was so cool. I mean, it just stopped you in your tracks.
Well, there's this
Samuel L. My God.
There's this enlightenment that he's come to with the quote that he's been saying over all these years. If I said this, it meant your ass.
Yeah.
So he kind of comes to look at it in a different way through the events of this happening. And I feel like that's just kind of grabbing me. Like guys, that's what it's supposed to be, right?
What? You go, Dad. You got it.
I want to say this is, we're talking, the whole way over here tonight, they're going to call me out on what's the theme. The only thing that I don't even know if this is the theme, but what I noticed through the entire movie, they even used the word was cool. John Travolta struts in and he's got that I stand alive, he's got that real cool strut. Samuel L's got that, where he delivers his lines and it's so effortless and it's like badass. I mean,
all these characters are very confident in who they
and
are.
They're badasses.
And who they are.
Harvey Keitel's a badass. Christopher Walken's a badass. Even that Tim Roth is kind of a badass in his own way. You know, and Eric Stoltz, he's laid back. He's getting high. He's loving life. He's got,
that's my wife, man.
Yeah,
my wife.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got Rosanna Arquette as his wife. I mean, she's got the loops in the lip. It was just, she was cool. I mean, the theme to me was just cool. Everybody was really and Bruce Willis was really cool.
Yep. Well, I'm going to double down. My favorite scene was the diner/dance, but there's so many good scenes. We are way over time. We got to get moving, fellas.
Yeah, we've been going crazy.
Characters.
Too much.
Characters.
Well, it's a 2.5 hour movie, guys. It's
that's true.
Brutal.
Characters. Let's rattle them off. We've talked them through.
Hit it, Austin. We're going to let you wrap up.
I'm going to round up. You guys go first. You go first.
Guys, Samuel L. was the man. I was kind of looking over here a moment ago, but there was so many. You know, I want to make sure we hit Ving Rhames felt phenomenal. Harvey Keitel, Griffin said that. The Wolf. I mean, guys, as I said, my boss used to use that line all the time. Man, we need the Wolf. You know, and I didn't really understand, but I do now. But John Travolta kind of stole it for me. I just loved the dance. He had that Face Off. You know, the three of us loved that movie. I saw some of his quirks in the movie of this one to Face Off. So I'm going to go with John Travolta. Austin.
Vincent Vega. Well done.
Vincent Vega. Well done. I am going Jules.
Well, sure.
All the way.
He was awesome.
I mean, just fantastic. I mean, kind of led the movie, I would say, in a lot of ways. And kind of the last bit I'll mention on that diner scene, Austin, at the very end.
Yep.
I freaking loved how he went through the whole little bit of, you know, I don't remember all the phrasings, but it was like there's the weak guy, there's the shepherd, and then I forget the other one, and he kind of just started twisting. He said, I used to think that this was the shepherd and these were the weak and these were these people. Mm-hmm. Now I see that you're the weak and I really want to be the shepherd. But, you know, I don't know. That whole little bit was just so freaking good
Ringo.
to me.
I'm trying really hard to be the shepherd.
Oh, that just killed me. I thought that kind of summed up the whole movie. That scene.
That's what it is.
I'll tell you.
That's what it is.
I'll tell you what, guys. That's what it is. I'll tell you what. When the credits rolled after that scene, I just started laughing. I seriously sat back and started just laughing because I was like, "Damn, that was good."
Yeah.
And
well done.
I don't know. It just kind of kicked me in the head. So that's my favorite character, man.
Well done. Well done. My favorite character, this one was a very difficult one. I've got Vincent Vega circled. It could have easily been Jules. It could have easily been Jules. It could have easily been Mia Wallace. Hell, it could have been Marcellus Wallace. It could have
been Butch too, man. I thought Butch was cool.
It could have been Butch. Sixth man in the movie, I got Fabian as mine. I really liked her.
Okay.
But then, of course, the Wolf. That is just
mine
would have been the Eric Stoltz was really good in it. I mean,
Eric
Stoltz was really
I liked Esmeralda Villalobos, the taxi driver.
Oh,
I thought she was really good in the time she got. I mean, of course, you got our boy fucking God, I can't even.
Hey, I think old Quentin Tarantino deserves a call out too, man. He could have been the sixth man, right?
Oh, I was gonna say Christopher Walken, but there were a ton of good ones. But I'm gonna stick with Vincent Vega as my favorite. He really did kick ass. John Travolta, well done, and reinvigorated his career in a lot of ways. And he's funny. The guy's funny in this. He's funny as fuck. There she is. There's Esmeralda. Yeah. Themes and things. Go for it, Mike. And let's get out after.
Let's do it.
Again, the themes, good to bad, or bad to good. That was the big one for me. You saw Vincent's character. He's like trying to do the right thing, and then at the end it's like, oh my God, hey, here she ODs. I gotta save her, man. Again, you could debate me all day long and go, no, that really wasn't good. But he saved her life. Let's face it. He saved her life.
Well, what about the apathy to blowing fucking Marvin's head off? These guys aren't that great of guys, are they? They're hitmen.
Okay. Hey, Griff.
I was about to say, Dad, the reason he saved her life, well, maybe not the only reason, but he was saying, holy shit, Marcellus is going to freaking kill me.
Grease.
All right. Like I said, I struggled with the theme.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that. He says, I'm a grease spot. And he's in fucking Greece. How about that? When he's talking to...
Well, Dad, the theme that you wanted to say is cool.
Well, tell me what I wanted to say, please.
What you wanted to say was the theme is cool charisma, because, there's just so much charisma.
Confidence.
In this movie. Every character. Exactly. Yeah. I think the theme I really got, Austin, was just like nuance, intricacy.
Sure.
All of these little conversations and bits that you normally wouldn't hear in a movie. I think in most movies, people would say, oh, that's superfluous. You don't need to have a bit about talking about the coffee. We don't need to have the bit about whatever
about the
hell you want
milkshake or about the hamburger.
About the milk. We don't have to have the scene where there's no talking. Oh, don't you just love that kind of uncomfortable silence?
Yeah.
You really don't ever have that unless you're really comfortable or you're kind of lined up with someone. Like, that shit does not happen in a movie. And it was so refreshing for me. Just like the nuance and that kind of very real, casual kind of intricacy that mimics real life. I thought that was just top notch. But I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of bigger themes you could get into, but that's kind of what sold me on it and what really made me fall in love with it.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one. And I think maybe we had the same one in a way. It's just, I took monologues. There's so many just monologues in these characters, man. You just like them all. They all have some kind of thing that machismo, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You just like them all. You're just drawn to every single one of them.
The gravitas.
Yeah, exactly.
No doubt.
But other themes I have, crime, drugs, underworld. It's kind of a fun walkthrough.
Underworld, that's a good one.
Yeah. Foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Soundtrack, amazing, great.
Nice.
A lot of tension in this movie. A lot of
tension.
Very tense moments.
Well, and it's a very dark movie too. Like, I think you could call it it's a dark comedy, right? Like you said, the apathy when the dude literally gets his head blown off in the back seat, and it's like, shit, we got to clean this up. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, just, yeah, it didn't mean to. And then, the assault, the sexual assault scene, it's a very dark movie.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, it's a comedy. So it's kind of, it really is, there's a lot of complexity going on.
Absolutely. Other than that, spirituality, religion, there's some kind of commentary on that, obviously. And I guess that's what you're getting at, Mike, the good and evil element. And then respect, bathroom bad luck. And then I also have a side note here. I think Vince might shit a little more than you, man, which is a tough task.
That is a tough task. I think I know what my dad's favorite theme is, Austin, based off what he said.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I think my dad's favorite theme was actually hamburgers. I think that's all he was thinking about for this movie.
Well, on our trip, I had to have a Whataburger. So, love them burgers, boys.
Hey, Dad, would you eat a big Kahuna burger?
Absolutely, I would eat a big Kahuna burger.
Yeah.
There's no doubt, and I would probably talk about it every bite.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like one of those $5 milkshakes too. Those that really look good. It must have
John
been
Travolta's face, but he might have just been high.
Yeah.
Anyways,
very much so.
Yeah, let's get out of here. We've ran a little bit over an hour and 14. We've gone worse.
Okay. Oh yeah. Hey, again, 2.5 hour movie. We've done well, guys.
Hey, I would say this. I could be wrong. I don't think this is a Last of Us season 2 episode 3 moment.
Oh God, I burped.
Oh,
yeah, no,
Lord,
different dynamics here.
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, just a bit different. I think we, that's all right. We don't have to go into it anymore. But let's get out of here, fellas. It was a fun one. It was
Austin,
a fun. What's next? I guess I'm up.
You're
right?
up, young man.
Oh, you're up.
I'm up.
What we got?
It's going to be The Nice Guys. I've got it sitting out here on DVD on display, hanging out. I wish I had more DVDs, to be honest, but whatever. Maybe that's just an unnecessary side note. But The Nice Guys is up next. It's one of my favorite. It's another one that I really clamored for a sequel. And there were murmurings, there were talks, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But it's a great one. I think Mike might be a little doubtful, but I'm very excited for you to watch this one, Mike. Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Oh my God, you're going to have a blast.
Yeah.
Follows the same kind of, dynamic duo kind of element in movies. And this is a very dynamic duo with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. So it's going to be a fun one. I'm very excited for this next one, guys. Griff, say your goodbyes, Phil.
Hey, it was awesome, Dad. It was awesome. We're rocking. I had a lot of fun tonight, guys. So appreciate y'all, and let's keep it rolling.
Mikey.
All right, guys. Hey, guys, we had a ball out west. We had so many conversations about how we're doing, how we're going. Guys, we would love feedback if we're doing something that you really like, if there's a show, believe me, for those of you over 40, please, let's give these guys some suggestions. I keep throwing them out there, as you can see. This one I really appreciate. Again, I've said that 4 times in this podcast, but I enjoyed this one today. This was something different. I watched it 90s, as I've said, didn't care for it. Really enjoyed it this time. Quentin Tarantino, there's things he was quirky. I really enjoyed it this time. Austin, appreciate you having me on.
Last little bit, I'll say, guys, I keep on getting suggestions from friends and people who know that we're doing this. Guys, seriously, throw out as many movie show suggestions as you would like. Seriously, we love it, and we're very interested to check these things out. So keep them coming.
Yeah, we're making this shit for somebody, right? So, like I said, send us something.
Absolutely.
We'll consider it. Maybe we'll say no. Maybe we won't. But send them. We'll get back to you one way or the other.
As long as they're not there,
Mike,
not Wes Anderson.
I appreciate your open-mindedness, you didn't like this movie initially. That's what you said.
Hey.
But you've come around. That's what we call growth. Well done, Mike. But it was a blast. It was a very fun time. Hopefully everything turns out in this recording well in our audio. We'll see in a second here. But other than that, guys, let's just keep this thing rolling. Let's keep having fun. If you're listening, keep listening. If you're listening, keep sharing. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to keep talking to you regardless. So hope you're doing well. Hope you're living your best. We'll be talking to you soon. The Purple Podcast is out. Bye-bye.